Welcome, dear viewers, to Diabetes Hope Channel, the channel where we educate you, motivate you, and encourage you to control your diabetes and probably reverse it. This is the place where you find hope. I am your co-host, Nyambura Madhenge, and our host is
Wanjiko Dongo.
Welcome, Wanjiko Dongo, to the channel.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
Yes, so Mwalimu, what do you have for us today?
Today, dear viewers, we want to learn how to lose weight very fast.
Oh, really?
On a ketogenic diet.
Wow.
Yes.
So how do we do that?
Now, you see, Sarah, majority of diabetics have a lot of weight.
Okay.
And especially if they are on insulin.
True.
Now, one of the things their doctors really pressurize them to do is to lose the weight.
Yes.
And most of them do not even know how.
I know.
And to make it worse, the medicines that they get from their doctors keep them consistently hungry. And the advice that they get is to eat small meals many times a day.
Yes. And what are small meals, Mwalimu? Because your small meal may not be my small meal, depending on my appetite.
I can tell you, Sarah, even the diabetics have no clue. You see, I've seen some of them with a full plate.
I know.
And it's a small meal.
And also depending on the work you're doing during the day.
And let me tell you, and not just that, they are advised to eat 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a day.
How will they lose weight?
And they are still expected to lose the weight.
Imagine, how will they, if your body doesn't even have the time to even digest what you've eaten?
It can be very, very frustrating.
I can imagine.
The other day, I met a lady.
Okay.
And she was very frustrated.
Why?
The doctor had asked her to lose at least 20 kgs. Because her weight was beginning to affect her heart.
Oh, no.
This is a lady whose both legs had been amputated.
Okay.
Due to diabetes complications.
And she's supposed to lose 20 kg.
Fast.
How will she even exercise?
Now she asked me a very valid question. Mwarim, how can I do exercise on a wheelchair?
My question exactly. Okay.
I really sympathized with her.
I can imagine.
And you know what? She was already on 40 units of short-acting insulin during the day. Okay. 40 units of short-acting insulin at night.
Okay, those are already 80 units.
And if that was not enough, she was on 20 units of long-acting insulin at night.
Those are 100 units.
Don't count.
Oh
now,
my.
What this means is that she was on very high doses of insulin.
Exactly.
Now, with such high doses, there was no way the body can access the fat stores.
True.
And hence, she cannot burn the fat.
True. Oh no.
It's very unfortunate.
I know.
Unfortunately, because of the high doses of insulin, this lady was just going to add more and more weight.
Oh no.
And eventually, what was predicted by the doctor will happen.
It affecting her heart.
She'll most likely get a heart attack.
Oh no.
And even lucky, she will die. And do you know what we shall say?
God gives and God
takes. It was God's will.
Oh no.
Friends and family will come together to organize a decent funeral.
True.
and most probably light in the eulogy. She died after a long illness. Bravery fought.
Wow. I know.
The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away.
Imagine.
But I wonder, did she have to die?
No.
What if she had received the right advice?
I know.
Would she have really died?
I don't think so. No, she would have eventually, but not that fast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you see, how do we help a lot of people out there that are struggling with a lot of weight? And some have no way of exercising because of various limitations.
Yeah.
Now, the solution for them is a ketogenic diet.
Ah, really?
Exactly.
Ah.
But we are not trying to say that exercise is not important.
True.
But for some people, it is not possible.
Yeah.
But for those that can exercise, it is important in order for them to maintain a healthy, fit body.
Yeah.
But not to lose weight.
Ah, how so?
Now, this is an issue we are going to discuss on later episodes.
Okay.
Because I can tell you, when we exercise, we rarely, if ever, lose weight. Comes back all over again.
I know. I have been there.
Yeah, maintaining it is something that is very difficult.
True.
But that's an episode for another day.
Okay.
Now, as stated in earlier episodes, a ketogenic diet is a diet where we consume very low carbohydrates,
true,
moderate proteins, and high fats.
Yes.
Now, in a ketogenic diet, we want to consume between 20 and 50 grams of carbohydrates.
Okay.
And increase the amount of fat in the diet. The fats need to be healthy fats from plants such as avocados, macadamia, flax seeds, or chia seeds.
True.
Or we can also use animal fats such as butter and cheese. Now, because the diet is low in carbohydrates and it is high in fats, it makes the body to switch from using glucose as a primary source of fuel to learning on ketones.
Okay.
Now, ketones are produced when the body burns fat.
Yes, we learned that in another episode.
Exactly. And they are used as an alternative fuel source when glucose is not available.
Okay.
Now, this can be compared to a hypothetical car.
Okay.
Maybe I'll invent it in the future.
Amen.
And now this is a car that has 2 fuel tanks.
Okay.
One tank, we put petrol.
Okay.
Regular.
Okay.
And the other tank, we put petrol V-Power.
Okay.
Now, there are 2 tubes that carry the petrol to the engine.
True.
Now, both tanks cannot be accessed at the same time. So the owner has to make a decision to either use tank A or tank B.
Okay.
Now, when he is using tank A, tank B is not accessible.
Okay.
Now, when he is using tank B, tank A is not accessible. So it has to be disconnected.
Yes.
What this means, you can only use A or B at any single moment. So this is the same thing for the body. The body will either use carbs or use fat for energy at any single moment.
Okay.
the body prefers to use carbs first.
Yes.
So if carbs are available, fat will not be available. So if we want to access fats, we must stop carbs. It is as simple as that. And so to burn fat, the carbs pipe has to be closed.
So that it can only burn the fat and not the sugar in the carbs.
Exactly. The beauty of using fats for energy is that the body can either use the fat in the food,
okay,
or the fat in the muscle that has been stored. Now, what this means is that if the person has a lot of weight, they just need to eat vegetables and meat,
okay,
and not eat a lot of fat.
Okay.
And they will access energy from the fat that is within the body, that is within the muscle cell.
The stored fat.
The stored fat. So as a result, the person is automatically going to lose weight because you are burning the stored fat.
Yes.
And you lose this weight when you're not doing any exercise.
Wow.
Because the fat storage is accessible. And the beauty of eating in this way is that it puts the body in ketosis.
Yes.
Which is an excellent way to burn body fat.
Okay.
Now, ketones energy is sustained in the body for a very long period of time. And this is very important because the person does not feel hungry.
Nice.
And this is a big advantage.
True.
You know why? If a person does not feel hungry and they have been trained to eat only when they are hungry and not because it is lunchtime or dinner time,
yes,
then it means that this person can stay for a very long period of time accessing the body fat.
True.
And hence, they are likely to lose a lot of weight.
Yes.
Without even trying.
Because when you eat a keto diet, you stay fuller for longer.
A long period of time.
So which means they have to stop eating 4, 5, 6 times
You
a
don't
day.
need to worry whether it's lunchtime or evening. You just eat when you are hungry. And therefore they can burn a lot of body fat. Yes. So, being in ketosis is a preferred state for any diabetic who wishes to lose weight. And this is achieved when we get into ketogenic diets.
Wow. Amazing.
But, a word of caution. You see, if a person is on insulin, they must have a doctor who can guide them on how to step down their insulin.
Okay.
You know why? This is because when you are on a ketogenic diet, the sugars come down very, very fast. And it is so easy for the person to get into hypoglycemia,
where the sugar goes very low.
Very low. And this can be very disastrous.
Oh no. Okay.
So it is very, very important, dear viewers, that if you make a decision to get into ketogenic diet, Dr. Mike must be very close to you.
Yes.
And you must have access to your doctor so that they can step down your insulin. And maybe, Sarah, you can remind them who is Dr. Mike, our friend.
Dear viewers, Dr. Mike is the glucometer. It is the glucose monitor, the one that measures blood sugars. And every diabetic should have a Dr. Mike. Or if you are past the age of 40 years.
Exactly. And why is she saying past the age of 40? Because if you are past the age of 40, most likely, if you are eating the ordinary, we call them what? Sad diet.
Yes.
You can very, very easily put yourself into high sugars, even without knowing.
True.
So, one of the major advantages of a ketogenic diet is very rapid weight loss.
Yes.
And this can be achieved without exercise.
Wow.
And the other advantage is that fasting becomes very, very easy to implement on a ketogenic diet.
How so?
Because the person rarely feels hungry.
Ah.
So you can stay for a very long period of time without eating.
Good.
And you know what is even more interesting? When a person fasts, they get into ketosis very, very fast.
Okay.
And this is because there is no food that is ingested, and the body can access the stored fat.
Okay.
Since during a fast, the insulin is already low. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And so, Sarah, for individuals with diabetes, and they are also overweight,
yes,
they can use ketogenic diets, one, to lose the weight.
Yes.
But they can also use them to reverse diabetes, which should be the ultimate goal for every diabetic.
True.
So, our dear viewers, you now have a tool you can use to lose weight easily, without losing your mind.
Yes. Yes. True.
And so, Sarah, because for me, I don't want to lose my mind. Let me say goodbye until next time.
Wow. Such a lovely lesson, Mwalimu. Thank you so much. So if we need to lose weight faster, we need to go into keto diets so that our bodies can burn the fat and not the sugar. Okay, good. We are learning. Day by day we are learning, and thank you very much. And for you, dear viewers, thank you very much for your continued support, and even the comments, the subscriptions, and every support that you've accorded us. We really appreciate you, and we thank you, and we say God bless you. And from us, it's goodbye.